I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up no ceiling.
Woohoo! What the fuck else is going on? Anyways, welcome to Fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous. I don't know what the hell that shit is. Woo! Got a bunch. Oh, it's ads. It's an ad on our video. Hey-o. Hey-o. Good stuff. Anyways, welcome to Fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous. Sorry about that. Terrible, terrible fucking intro. Little J-Tim for you. My name is Tom. I'm a Fantasy Sports Addict going solo today for our podcast 57, because we got a little chaos here. Apparently, little discord, I suppose, amongst the addicts. So I'm solo today, but that's fine. That's cool. You guys know I can drive. What I want to talk about today, also, I want to give shout outs to everybody who picked up themselves a t-shirt again. Just again, a thank you. We always love the support. If you want to shout out, grab yourself a t-shirt, go to Amazon.com, look for Fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous, and buy yourself a shirt. And enjoy it. I am enjoying mine. It's very comfortable, actually. When it comes to you, the fabric smells like vinegar. It's strange. But then you wash it. Oh, and that thing is so comfy. Man, I love my shirt. And we got a cool Facebook post or Instagram with some people with their shirts, and it was good. We've gotten a couple of those. So everybody who sent us pictures of your shirts, thank you. And very good. Very good. So let's get right to this thing. What happened Sunday? Tom fell asleep, me, and I missed the live stream. We're supposed to be doing these Sunday live streams. I get that, right? But I fell asleep. I'm sorry. I missed the goddamn live stream. And then when I was awake in time for the live stream, apparently, Ryan didn't even respond to me. So he's ghosting me. We're in a huge fight right now. And he wouldn't join me this morning for this podcast. He wouldn't join me live. And so I'm going solo, and I don't give a fuck. And Ryan, let me just say, since we're not here to talk about it, I'll let it go. We'll talk about this later, maybe. But Ryan even threatened to retire from fantasy over all this. So he wants to retire from fantasy sports entirely because I wasn't at a live stream. And he said, no show, no call. You get fired from your job. I'm not fired from my job. I created this motherfucking concept, okay? And I get that we share the responsibilities of it, but let's not go nuts. You get your outside life. Let me have mine, okay? I actually had this very terrible medical situation recently, and went to the hospital and had all the, you guys saw the thing in my nose and all that stuff. And luckily, it's better now. But I thought, when I go to my doctor, what should I do? Should I use this spray or whatever you guys use in my nose? Should I use that regularly? Because what it does is it constricts the blood vessels, right? So maybe you won't get a nosebleed. And I get a lot of nosebleeds because I have a bleeding condition because I have a heart problem. So I started using that. Turns out it's like crack. And so now I've been on this manic, I couldn't sleep. It was terrible. I hadn't slept in days. And I passed out Sunday, and I missed the live stream, and I feel terrible about that. But it sounds like all the other addicts showed up. Andrew from Fantasy Aid, and we had JD, and Bronson was there, and I believe maybe a minute of Cubby Knoll. I don't know. I don't remember exactly. I didn't watch. It's a long live stream. It's hard to watch them all. But everybody showed up, so it was cool. I think Ryan did a good job. I just, I want him to know that he did a good job on his own. And I'm going to try to do the best I can for this podcast myself. But let's, we'll put that to bed for a minute. there's the little strife we've got going on. That'll boil over. You know, it always just, we'll go nuts and yell at each other and figure it out. That's how we work. Ryan's not going to quit fantasy because that's stupid. That's just fucking stupid. All right, Ryan, don't just wipe your fucking bloody vagina, okay? You know, James and everybody else agrees, and J Money suggested you change your tampon. Maybe you got like an infection, Ryan. Don't ghost the whole site. We've all been missing you. FantasySportsAddicts.com has been clamoring. Where's Ryan? Everyone, where's Ryan? Ryan. We all want Ryan. We all just want a little more Ryan in our lives, you know? And we haven't had Ryan, and it's too bad. But he'll be back. Don't worry about that shit. We figure this shit out. What I want to talk about today, first of all, Bronson, fuck you and fuck you hard. Like, I shouldn't say that to a kid, but seriously, dropping Francisco Lindor in our Roto League where, like, again, I've been AWOL. We all heard about my not sleeping and going nuts. I missed that. Ryan also missed that. Ryan intentionally ignored that. And again, no aspersions. That's not a big deal. He's on his period swing too. He's on his moon cycle. Like, for fuck's sake, though, you dropped Francisco Lindor, a top 25 player, a top shortstop. And there was it sounds like intentional shenanigans. And Lindor was able to be claimed for, I believe, what was it, $25? I don't know for sure. But not acceptable. And I don't want to see that ever again. And quite frankly, if Ryan hasn't already banned you permanently from our leagues, I'm considering it. All leagues, all of our leagues, even basketball. I will kick you out of my goddamn league. I don't care about your rebuilding and your tanking. What you did was ridiculous. Goddamn ridiculous. I am so furious about it. Okay? Not acceptable. And luckily, the team that was able to claim Lindor, you know, this wasn't like, maybe they'll be in the playoffs, but it's not playoffs because it's a roto. So I don't think it's going to like push this team into top tier sort of situation. But seriously, I mean, people are literally saying they won't play in leagues with Bronson in them anymore. And Bronson, I am your biggest supporter. Okay, Ryan wanted to replace you 1,000 times in every league we're in. People have replaced you in leagues that you're in. I want not to do that. I want you to be better than that. I'm trying to teach you to be better than that. I have no idea. Like, you offered zero explanation of why you dropped Francisco Lindor. Okay? Like, if you had like maxed out your shortstop games played or something, or like, I could see that in a roto league where you got max innings played, that sort of thing. If you had explained it in any kind of professional capacity, but you did not. And people are literally pissed off. I am pissed off. All right? Like, unfortunately, I made the mistake of putting our FSAA leagues on my side account, and I will never do that again because I need to monitor this shit a lot more closely. Clearly, we always talk about active, competitive, victorious, but like, good fucking Christ. Like, it's shenanigans. And unfortunately, the player was already claimed. I could undo the trade, but there's really, like, it's not, I mean, again, like, that's what I would like to see. I guess the people that are hanging out and listening right now on YouTube and that are in our leagues, you'll have to give me some feedback. Do I need to undo that? I don't feel like I should, just because of the fact that it already happened and it's not that big of a deal. But I mean, all right, so I'm looking at okay, so $75 was the waiver claim on Lindor. And so Joe could have had him. Cubby could have taken him. But the whole point is just that, like, that's not acceptable. I mean, seriously, you are on thin motherfucking ice right now. I know Ryan's not here, but I think Ryan would be, if Ryan were paying attention, he'd be furious. And I am. I'm actually furious. Like, don't affect the outcome of the league. Don't, especially at this point in the season. This is baseball we're talking about here. We're very close to the end of the season. But yeah, like, yeah, be a clown in a public league is what James is saying. Okay, don't be a jackass in our leagues. That's not what our leagues are about. Okay, we want good competition. And I know Ryan and I are kind of skating and like freeballing the leagues we're in. Unfortunately, we put them on our side accounts because we already have so many goddamn dynasty leagues and every other thing. But like, seriously, do that somewhere else. Do that somewhere else. And if you do that, like this is like strike three, as James said. This is like strike three. Yeah, why are you sorry? You said you were sorry here on the chat. Why are you sorry? You shouldn't have even, like, what are you doing? Was it like just an intentional stupid thing? It's not okay. It's not okay. Okay? All right? Like, it's just, don't do that ever again. And like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. People literally don't want to be in leagues where Bronson's in them. And if we're going to host these FSAA leagues, you know, Bronson usually wants to be in them, and we want him in them. I thought you were doing well, dude. You know, like, you're kicking ass in your money league. I know I help you a little bit here and there, but like, you're doing well. You were doing well. And even in our own home dynasty leagues where you're in and tanking and rebuilding, you've been doing well and proving yourself. So all of a sudden with that sort of thing, just not okay. I mean, yeah, that, all right. So that's what people are saying. That, like, that's not the way to win. Nobody wants to win that way. So a lot of people didn't even put in a waiver claim because that's not the way they want to win. Now, I mean, you just can't do that. You can't do that. So no more shenanigans. I don't want any shenanigans in our goddamn leagues. Man, we are going to have to figure this out. Ryan and I will have to figure this out. We've got another a draft tonight. We've got JD Ballo's football league, which Ryan said he might not even draft. Why? Oh, because he's retiring. Well, he's got to wipe his fucking bloody vajayjay. You know, just get over it. We're drafting. It's a football draft. We're drafting tonight, okay? Too bad. Get over it. All right? I fell asleep. Sorry. Oops. My bad. And you did just fine on your own. Just the way I'm doing just fine on my own here. But we're going to do this football draft tonight with JD Baller. I don't know how many people are in the JD Baller Football League, but that's going on tonight, and that's going to be exciting, and we'll probably go live, and we'll probably do some fun shit and hang out, and everybody will be there. But hopefully Ryan's there. I would like Ryan to be there. Right now, he's going to work. Normally, this is his off day, and he doesn't work on Wednesdays. But today he has a special event. This is his special satellite. I believe it's being launched or something. I don't know exactly what's going on, but it's a big special day. He's very excited, so he's going in for a little special couple hours. And so congratulations to Ryan on that. Like, again, I'm not being a bag of shit here. I'm being genuine. I know it's like a big event for him. He's putting in a lot of work with this particular spacecraft, so that's a good thing. However, tonight, football. We're going to do some football. Now, in the meantime, here's the beautiful thing. Yahoo, even though they're going down in flames terribly, Yahoo has finally opened fantasy basketball. Right? Like, that's one of our big things. We do a lot of basketball. We do a lot of baseball. I guess we just kind of gave up on football. I don't know what happened. We'll do some football drafts, and hopefully we can do like sleepers, bust rookies. I don't know. But basketball today is open. It was open a couple days ago, but Yahoo had terrible, just dog shit rankings. I don't know if anybody happened to see that. The player rankings were just hilarious. They're still not great, but they look like they're being updated finally. We all thought we would have mock drafts. They were originally, the mock draft lobbies were open on day one, but now they're actually open. They were closed for a while. I don't know what happened exactly. I'm assuming Yahoo was tweaking sort of whatever. That's the thing, is my complaint with Yahoo is it's like, why open if it's not ready? You know what I mean? Like, don't waste my time. Yahoo, just as a company going down in flames, like FSAA is currently, apparently, but like just going down in flames. And hopefully when Verizon buys them, they don't close the sports thing. But even like their experts are bailing. You know what I mean? Like they don't even have their same writers, and they're quoting ESPN now. I mean, it's just sad. It really is just sad. Like Yahoo seems to be just an absolute sinking ship. So maybe we should not have broken up with Fantrax. I don't know, but I got into a mock draft yesterday with Joe and J Money. That was a good time. That was fun. Like Joe and J Money, like you guys just represented. You just kicked ass in that draft. Like your teams are both like 1 and 2, I believe. I think I was like 6 or 7 or something. And the Yahoo's rankings are silly, but I was pretty happy to see that. I think that was good. I'm pleased with that. But generally, what I'm ready for is like I just need to get into my first, even if it's just a public draft and it's not the FSAA draft. I'm ready to get into a league. You know what I mean? Like I need a full, real. You know what I need? I know it's a hard, like, ooh man, it's a hard addiction. I need some auction. I need some auction basketball real bad right now. Like, I mean, I don't know what people are doing. We got 7 people watching, hanging out. Anybody want to do some auction basketball? Like, did somebody say draft? Draft? Yeah, draft. I feel like we should do a draft. Maybe even if it's just a crappy public league today. Let's do one, just because. I mean, they're open. Like J Money was doing auctions, or not auctions, but just mocks all day yesterday. I mean, he was texting me. He's like, "Where the hell are you guys? Like, let's do some drafts." And you know what I mean? Like, when you go to our website, fantasysportsaddicts.com, which is currently somewhat broken, when I hope we're trying to fix it still. When you go to our website, fantasysportsaddicts.com, people hang out and they're like, "Hey, I want to get in this good league. I want to do a draft. I want to do something cool." And that's where you go, and that's what we do, and we have a good old time, you know? So, yeah, it's a good thing. Drafting and drinking. Sometimes we do that too. Now I want to go back to one quick thing here about the fantasy basketball on Yahoo. They don't have the like join now. Like they have public drafts you can get in, but as of yesterday, they did not have the like immediate gratification. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't have the like whole, oh, I got to draft right now. But let me take a look and just see if they've changed anything. Again, things are changing. Okay, so yeah, basically I'm seeing a couple of leagues that start in like, an hour type of thing. They don't have the instant gratification. So, all right, here's actually a positive I see. NBA.com and NBA is paired with Yahoo. So perhaps when Verizon buys the company, it won't suck. Maybe Yahoo Fantasy won't go down in flames. Although at this point, like really, it's starting to look like Fantrax just generally. I mean, as much as I don't want to switch, it's kind of the it's kind of the leading option. You know, I mean, we've got the Red Rock 30 team leagues and a couple of football leagues, like I believe JD's football is going to be on there tonight, and their draft app is awesome. I mean, Fantrax is really, really awesome with the draft. You just have to be careful when you set up your leagues because they're very, very in depth. There's so many settings, and you just have to pay attention to what you're doing. And it's just impossible to do something immediately, you know? Like, I think Joe, you had to restart your entire draft because like people didn't even know it started. Nobody got any email like, hey, the draft is starting. Like, people just didn't know, you know, like, and they weren't making their picks and they couldn't make their picks. It's very hard to get, like, if you don't, like, if your computer's like mine, where the power button is attached to the keyboard and the keyboard itself doesn't work some days, and you can't press the T key or the Y key, you know, sometimes you just can't turn your computer on. And if you're going to your phone and your app, there's no drafting in the app. And apparently you can draft from like a browser mobily, but it's you know, that's why Yahoo, as much as Yahoo seems like it's going down in flames, that's still our home for now. I mean, that's where all our home leagues are. That's where we host the FSAA leagues, and I think that's where we're going to keep them just for now because, I mean, until the ship burns down entirely, right? I think that's what we got to do. It just seems to make more sense. Just because people can get there and they can draft from their phone and they can draft from their app, and it's accessible on Yahoo, unfortunately. Although Fantrax would be ideally kind of sweet in theory. That's where all the other experts are. But when you go there, they got nothing but bad trades and things that piss me off. Speaking of pissed off, where's Ryan? I'm doing a podcast without Ryan. I didn't hear the live stream entirely. Was he pissed off that I wasn't there? You know, like, I hope somebody comments in the comments. Was Ryan pissed off that I wasn't at the live stream? I mean, he acts all pissed off. He's not talking to me. But I mean, was he acting all like angry? Should I be yelling at him currently? I mean, that's the thing. He and I go back and forth. We get in fights. It's one of those things like we're not making money doing this. We do this because we have time and we like it. Oh, Ryan was too wasted to be pissed. Okay, well, you know that happens. There's no judgments, Cubby. Hey, too wasted from Cubby. Come on, Mr. Dropping a deuce. No. Like, so seriously though, like, we'll figure this out. We'll figure out why there's chaos. You know, I know you don't care that he's. I know James doesn't care. I know you're not counting drinks. We never count drinks. Oh yeah, that's fine. Just saying. That's what Cubby's saying. All right, by the way, our buddy Cubby, who I'm sort of replying to from the YouTube chat right now, check out his YouTube channel, Cubby Knoll, Florida State Seminoles fan. and also a major Cubs fan. And let's just say the Cubs this year, woo, got a lot of pies on the line. And Ryan and I have this pie bet. What if he retires from fantasy sports entirely and he doesn't do any more FSAA? How am I going to give him 108 pies if the Cubs win the World Series? I still owe him 7 pies. I might just have to show up at his house and hit him with pies. You know what I mean? Like, I'll just bust in, just like firing hot, just like pies. You know? I mean, Ryan, you cannot retire from fantasy sports, you son of a bitch. That is the most absurd, ridiculous, crappy, stupid idea ever. What's all this threatening to retire from fantasy? Has anybody else out there threatened to retire from fantasy? Ever? Like, how many people have ever threatened to retire from fantasy? Oh, yeah, we got Andrew on the National League Central. Andrew needs a pie. Sorry, Fantasy Aid. Andrew from Fantasy Aid. Check out Fantasy Aid. By the way, when we have these other addicts, a lot of them have YouTube channels, and they're very fun to check out. They're a lot more informative than we are. We're the culture of fantasy sports. We're the chaos, party boy, stupid shit, basically. I mean, right? We just get in fights and I don't know, figure it out. But Ryan and I will figure this out. Well, you know, we're having a little fight right now. A little fight. But we get in a lot of fight. You know what it is? He's been pissy since like podcast 53 or so, when I told him that his team didn't matter in baseball. His dynasty baseball teams didn't matter. Because like it used to be my rivalry with him. And now I got a rivalry, J Money. Like J Money's in first place. I'm in second place. We both got bye weeks for the playoffs. And the playoffs obviously are coming up soon in baseball. But, you know, Ryan, I'm just like, he's in the rearview mirror, I feel like. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a total asshole, Ryan. I do, but I don't. But like, it's like our rivalry somehow now does not matter. You know, like I'm worried about J Money, not Ryan's teams. Barry Baker is asking, what's happening with Ryan? Someone update me. What's happening with Ryan is that he's very angry with me. He's retiring from fantasy sports, he says. And he's not. He won't do that. I promise you. I guarantee he won't retire from fantasy. Why? Why would he do that? It's his favorite hobby. And he has fun doing this, and we have fun doing this. He's mad at me because like I accidentally bailed on a live stream on Sunday. And we're starting to do these like Sunday live streams. It wasn't an intentional thing, you dickbag. God damn it. Like, I fell asleep. I haven't slept in 7 fucking days. Sorry. Like, you have your outside life. Normally, we get together on your off weekends, don't we? But what'd you have? You had fight night on Saturday and shit with your transition weekend. And so I had a transition weekend. I'm starting to sleep again. Yay me! So you have a life. Why is there a contradiction where I cannot? I get it. Things happen. I'm live right now by myself. You went live by yourself. We go live by ourselves now sometimes. That's fine. We're separate people. But, yeah. Also, by the way, let me just say, Saturday night, we had a live stream going. It was not put on YouTube, but we had a live stream going that went like 6 hours. And I don't know if anybody's ever hosted a podcast or had to broadcast or talk or carry on. Like, your voice gets shredded after like 6 hours. So when you're tired and you're beat, like, that's it. That, like, you're done. I mean, like, I did 6 hours on Saturday. and it was just a general hangout, but we all had a great time. We had Tris, right? We had JD, we had Andrew, we had James, like we had everybody. Like it was a good time. It was a good time hanging out. But like, even though it wasn't like put on YouTube, all right, Bronson, maybe your voice does not because you're 15, okay? When you get older, your body falls the fuck apart. It just happens. That's the facts of fucking life. So I'm actually watching the YouTube chat. If you're here hanging out, say hi. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Bronson, we don't appreciate your shitty shenanigans, though. Really? I mean, like, we should have a vote. We should have a vote about Bronson. I think there should be a vote. Like, unfortunately, our website's kind of busted right now. Like, again, I can't post any of the podcasts. And Ryan doesn't do that. So that's my job, and I do that. But, like, I can't post them, and I can't change the website itself currently. So what's going on is that we can't have a vote page, I guess. I don't know how to modify this. But if we could, I feel like we should have a vote page and a pie bets page. Like, I want to know, should we, how much Bronson removal do we need? Like, seriously, Bronson, people are pissed. Like, talking about not being in our leagues. All right, so Sonic's here. Heyo. What's up, buddy? Sonic says Sonic wants to castrate Bronson, turn him into a eunuch. So that's hilarious. But we've already got a eunuch. That's sorry, I'm just laughing at the chat here. Oh man, this is funny as fuck. But yeah, Bronson, dude, people are pissed. And like we're gonna start doing our FSAA leagues for basketball, Yahoo. How am I gonna have you in my league? Honestly, when people don't want to join my league because you're in it because you do stupid shit. You know, like I know you're not a stupid kid. Don't do stupid shit. It's very frustrating. Because again, I'm your guy. Like I'm the one that's like, hey, don't get rid of Bronson. Right? So please don't disappoint me. Be better, okay? Don't apologize. Be better. How about that? I think that's a good idea. Now there's another thing happening here. Apparently, I'm still getting shit from these people. And man. All right. Yeah, this Red Rock 30 team draft, that was brutal. People either like really disliked me or kind of thought I was hilarious because I was so angry. But I can't stop rocking the boat no matter what I do. I'm not trying to. I just can't. Like, it just, trouble finds me. Those people, there's always people out there. They're always like, just getting in trouble. They can't help it. Maybe that's Bronson, I guess. I don't know. No, but he creates his own trouble. Why do you create your own trouble, Bronson? Nah. Now, I'm excited. All right, see, I am, like, all I want to do is focus on baseball right now. All right, and it comes down to the dynasty leagues that we have, our home dynasty leagues. And if Ryan wants to retire because his team's got sad, somebody didn't show up for a video, like, dude, you blow me off all the time. Bite me. All right? But, like, he wants to get all boo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. And he's not going to play his teams. That's going to ruin the playoffs. Because we got a couple of teams in these dynasty leagues. I'm excited. Like, I got a bye week. J Money got a bye week. Like, this is gonna be good. I'm just waiting for the playoffs. I mean, we're right there. I'm excited. And so Man, oh man. Oh, as much as we got to talk football, and we haven't done that, and we haven't had a chance to do that. Again, we should have been doing that this weekend, but all Ryan ever wants to do now is get together on a live stream. And I like that. That's fine. Live streams are great. Everybody hangs out. But we also still have to get together and do a few things. And he's always busy, and he has his life, but I'm not allowed to have a life or fall asleep. So, fuck it. I guess we're not doing football. Now, we will, or I will, somebody will, maybe Bronson will. We'll do some basketball. We're at least going to goddamn cover that. I promise you that, okay? And I'm going to tell Yahoo to jam their rankings right up their ass because they're terrible. They're still terrible. They're still terrible. Like, oh my goodness. I'm just looking at them right now. Like, this is ridiculous. This is just gross. Although I do like potential trade value I now have. Just a bit here. Whoop. Wiggins. Yeah. Parker. Jabari Parker back where he was in the original year when he got drafted. Wiggins back up there. Whoop. Love that. I got trade value. I love that. Ryan, I'm sorry I shat on you a few times. But, dude, I just get a little frustrated, and you and I will sort this out. This is how it happens. We just get frustrated with each other. And I don't know. I mean, I feel like retiring from fantasy sports because somebody didn't show up to a live stream is you're just going to quit fantasy sports entirely because somebody else didn't show up at a live stream? That's absurd. Don't do that. No. Bad idea. Don't do that. We still like playing. At worst, come on. We got rivalries to settle. We got baseball still. Man. Well, I'm just so focused on baseball. That's my thing. Everybody knows that about me. I'm very focused on the baseball. And until baseball is settled, Bronson and everybody else who's asking, like Everett and no offense, I'm not ready to make trades. I'm not there yet. Because I still got baseball to settle, So baseball's the thing right now for me. I'm having a hell of a season in a couple of leagues, and I'm very happy about it. I want that, and I'm going to enjoy that. Let me just enjoy that before I completely transition to basketball and football. I mean, football's happening now, but speaking of that, JD, you got your draft tonight. That's going to be good. If you guys want to hang out, you can always go to our website, fantasysportsaddicts.com, or hit us up on Twitter at letter F, letter S, the word double, letter A, at FSAA. Ryan and I will be back. I guarantee that. Mark my words. We will have a huge fight and sort this out. He was supposed to be with me today, but he had to do a little work, and I'm actually happy for him about what he's doing because he's put in a lot of work on that. So I hope he enjoys that, and I hope he's having, a good day at work with that. But we'll get back. You guys check out our website, hang out. Let's do some mock drafts. It's time for basketball. It's time for football. It's time for hockey even. I'm ready for hockey. I want to get some hockey drafts in. I don't feel like I do enough hockey. So I'm going to do some of that this year. If you guys want that, check it out, hang out. Appreciate it. And just so you know, we got this Fantasy Sports Serenity Prayer t-shirt on Amazon, and you can buy that. It's pretty cheap. It's about $20, and you can get it prime shipped from Amazon, which is also sweet. So go to look for Fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous on Amazon. And I'll just give you the Fantasy Sports Serenity Prayer. Fantasy gods, please grant me the serenity, set my ideal lineups, courage to add drop aggressively, and the wisdom, as always, to play nice with your friends when you have a business venture going together. Ryan, don't ghost me. I miss you, bud. Let's fix this. All right. We'll talk to you guys next time. And Ryan and I'll fight this out. See you guys later.